Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lanky Trader. So I'm going to run you guys through all the trades I took this week. So gold has been wonderful to us this week. In fact, this month gold has been wonderful to us. Nasdaq and US30 was shaky last week, but we kind of bounced back this week. We had some nice wins this week. So I'm going to run you guys through that. And one of my friends, a girl actually, said that she has been testing my strategy on June-19th. So I just added June-19th to my whitelist. So I'm going to be back testing my strategy on June-19th over 100 trades to see how accurate the strategy is. If it has a very good win rate and all that, I'm going to add it completely to my whitelist and start taking live trades on that on June-19th, and I'll add it to content for you guys so that you guys can see over time how trading my strategy on June-19th is. And if you guys want to also trade it, you can also join in and trade it also. So I'm going to add it to the list, backtest it then before I start taking live trades on it. So yeah, so let's start with gold. So our Friday's trade, yeah, so I didn't update you guys on our Friday's trade. So our Friday's trade last week, you can see that we hit our TP. So I know on Friday it was somewhere around here where market closed. So now you can see that Asian session started and we hit our TP. So that's Friday. So let's go to Monday. So our Monday setup, this is our 9:30 candle here, this bullish candle. We mark out the high and the low. We had a break above. We entered for our buy, but fortunately we got stopped out. So what I did on this trade, I've noticed a pattern on gold and all my pairs. So if it breaks above and there's no much momentum, do you get, and we end up breaking below, I always take the opposite trade. So if I'm buying and there's no momentum to push price for upwards and we end up breaking below the low of our 9:30 candle, then I enter for the sell. So that's what I've been doing on all my pairs, all the pairs I've been trading. So for gold has been having a lot of momentum in Asian session. So if during New York session momentum is low on gold, during Asian session momentum picks up. So just trade with the trend during that session. So if a session starts, let's say Asian session starts and there's a lot of bearish momentum in Asian session, you just follow that bearishness and trade bearish, and you have a fixed risk to reward, and the trade 70% of the time will go in your favor. So that's what happened here, and that's what I've been doing in my previous videos. When we are close to hitting this stop, I just set, before I went to bed, I set my limit order. I set a sell stop saying that if market breaks below this level and keeps going down, you trigger me into this trade and keep going down. So I set a sell stop, then I put my stop loss above this high here, then my take profit was a 1 to 2. So I said, okay, let's do a 1 to 2. So by the time I woke up, we hit our take profit. That's how our Monday/Tuesday trade went. Let's go to Tuesday. So this is our 9:30 candle here. This is our 9:30 candle. So we had a break above our 9:30 candle. So remember, we'll mark the high and the low. If it breaks above, we buy. If it breaks below, we sell. So we had a break above here. So we entered our buy, stops at the low. So market was just, it was ranging. So when we reach here the next day and I saw that momentum is not, there's no aggression in the market, I just closed here. I closed out here. So I think it's like a 1-to-1 or so. So that was on Tuesday's trade. So on our Wednesday setup, this was our Wednesday setup. Let me zoom in so you guys can see our 9:30 candle. This was our 9:30 candle. This doji here. This was our 9:30 candle. So we marked out the high and the low of our 9:30 candle. We entered for our buy, had a break on the 5-minute time frame and it closed. So we entered for our buy, stops at the low. Our target was a 1 to 2 because my target was this high. You can see that there's liquidity here. So I said, okay, I'm just going to let the trade run. Do you understand? We had a 1 to 2. We actually had a 1 to 3 self, but I just closed out at 1 to 2. Our Wednesday trade, that's how our Wednesday trade went. Let's go to our Thursday setup. So this is our Thursday setup. This is our 9:30 candle here. This candle. So we marked out the high and the low. We waited for a break above. So you can see we had a break, we had a retest. My stop loss was below the low, and our target was a 1 to 1.5, but you can see we only hit a 1 to 1 before market ended up reversing. We had a clean break below. So after we had a break and a close, I entered for my sell, stops at the high, and our target was a 1 to 2. And you can see that we hit our target beautifully on this trade. So gold has been really nice to us this fat for the past 3 weeks. Fat for the past throughout this month, gold has been really has been respecting our levels cleanly. So yes, we haven't been winning all our trades, but we've been winning most of our trades. Yeah, so this is our Friday setup here. This is our Friday setup. We'll mark out the high and the low of our 9:30 candle. So we had a break above here and we entered for our buy. Stops at the low. Our target is a 1 to 1.5, and you can see same thing that happened on Friday. Our target wasn't hit. It came close here, but we ended up coming back. So we'll see. I'm still in this trade. I just broke even. I'm still in this trade. So we'll see whether we just hit our take profits. So I'll update you guys on the progress of this trade next week. So that's for gold. So gold, we had wins, we had one loss this week. So gold has been giving us crazy results this week. So let's go to US30. So our US30 setups. So Monday's trade was mad. We had a very mad trade on Monday. So on that Monday's trade, we got stopped out first because of news. So I think we had news on this Monday. So this is our 9:30 candle here. So we marked out the high and the low of our 9:30 candle, and we entered for the buy. So we entered this buy on the 5-minute time frame. After the 5-minute candle closed, we entered for the buy. Stops at the low, and our target was a 1 to 2, just so that we can mitigate for this loss. So we had a 1 to 2, and that's how our Monday's trade went. So on our Tuesday's trade, this is our Tuesday setup here. This is our 9:30 candle. We marked out the high and the low of our 9:30 candle. We had a break above, so stops below, entered for our buy. So we were able to just hit a 1 to 1.2. When I saw this bearish engulfing here, I just came out of the market. So yeah, that's how our Tuesday's trade went. So on our Wednesday's trade, this is our Wednesday setup. This is our 9:30 candle here. This is the high and the low of our 9:30 candle. So we had a break below. We entered for our sell. Stops at the high. Our target is a 1 to 1.5, and you can see we hit our take profit nicely right here. So we mark out the high and the low of our 9:30 candle. We had a break above. We entered off the 5-minute close of this 15-minute range, and we entered our buy, and you can see market just kept going up. Even came back and retested our 15 minute range before going up to hit our 1 to 1.5, and even kept on going higher. So that was how our Thursday trade went. So our Friday setup, we had 2 setups on Friday on US30. So this was our 9:30 candle here. So we mark out the high and the low of our 9:30 candle. So we broke out of our 9:30 candle above. So we entered for the buy. Stops at the low. Our target was a 1 to 2, because I saw the volume, and on the higher time frame, on the daily time frame, I had like the daily candles printed here showing me how the daily candle was moving, and we are having gaps on the daily time frames because we had like back-to-back bullish candles. So I just decided to buy, and I decided to extend it, give it like room to breathe, and we hit a 1 to 2. So that was how our first trade went on US30. Then our second trade, market now came down, retested this our 15-minute range, closed with a bullish engulfing. So I entered off this engulfing. Our target was a 1 to 1.5, and you can see that we hit our targets nicely. So we had 2 trades on Friday. Rarely happens, but it happened, so I had to take advantage of it. So that's how it is sometimes in trading. When you see rare opportunities to take advantage of that would double your P&L, you just have to take it. And I took it, and it went in my favor. There are times I will take it and it won't go in my favor. It's just part of trading. So that's how our trades on US30 went. So let's go to Nasdaq. So this was our Nasdaq. So same thing that happened on US30 also happened on Nasdaq. So this is it here. So these are our 930 candle. We marked the high and the low. We had the break above. We entered for our buy. Stops at the low, and same thing, we got stopped out and came up and broke above our level again. So we entered for the buy. Stops at the low below this week. Then our target was a 1 to 2, and you can see that we hit our 1 to 2 target nicely on Monday. Then on Tuesday, this is our 930 candle here. We mark out the high and the low of our 930 candle. We had the break above our 930 candle. We entered for the buy. Stops at the low. Our target was a 1 to 1.5, and you can see we hit our 1 to 1.5 targets here. It took a day, but we hit our target eventually. So that was our Tuesday's trade. So this is our Wednesday's trade right here. We have our 930 candle here. This is our 930 candle. We mark out the high and the low of our 930 candle. We had a break below on the 5-minute time frame. We entered for our sell. Stops at the high. Our target was a 1 to 1.5, and you can see we hit our target right here. Clean trade before eventually reversing. So this was our Thursday setup. This is our 930 candle right here. We mark out the high and the low of our 930 candle. We had the break above. We entered for our buy. Stops at the low. Target 1 to 1.5, and you can see we hit our take profit right here. So this is our Friday's trade. So our Friday, we had our 930 candle right here. This is our 930 candle. Mark out the high, mark out the low. We had a break above. We entered for our buy, but there was not enough momentum to keep market going up, so we ended up breaking below. So I didn't re-enter this trade. We just closed because it's a Friday, so I just left it like this. If you guys like content like this, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Chances that you will see my content if you are not subscribed is slim, so please click the subscribe button and give a like so that YouTube algorithm can recommend my channel to you guys and push my videos out there. Thank you for watching, guys. See you guys next week. Bye.